Hello again, Wizards. This time I've got for you a Grixis Discard deck. Something you might not know about Dragon Guard is he loves Grixis. This is absolutely my favorite color combination, and anytime there's a good deck in Grixis, I tend to gravitate towards it for as long as it remains in Standard. So what are we actually doing here? Well, no big surprise, we're a discard deck, we're playing Monument to Endurance, we're playing all of the good black and really the black removal cards, but also we have Izzet colors, so we're playing Ill-Timed Explosion because it is fantastic for the discard style here. Draw 2, discard 2, then do X damage. Such an important card to making this deck work. I actually don't know if the deck can survive in its current shape come September when this rotates out. It's just so crucial, and none of the other board wipes give us that discard effect off the top of my head. The single brass tunnel grinder here, I could see going up, I could see not. I've played with it a little bit, and I'm happy at 1, and I'm really happy when it resolves and I start getting the discover triggers, but that really only matters in games that are grind out anyways, and you just got to pay the tax of stronger, quicker decks. Even mid-range decks can sometimes seal out the games. Some things you might not be familiar here are the Cryptcaller Chariot. Whenever you discard, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. This is kind of an alternative win con for us. I've gone games where this has produced 8-9 zombies, and that lets us win the day. The Masticore here is also probably not a common inclusion you see. And really this says at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice card unless you discard a card. We love discarding cards. This is not a problem. And then destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls mana value less than or equal to that card discarded. It's also a 5/5 first strike with protection for multicolored. I like it. Do I want more of it? I could maybe see 2 of in the deck. Dropping one of the chariots, or maybe even all the chariots if you really like this card and have them already. I think that would be fine. The card does wonderful things, and in the rare cases where they've removed your collector's vault and you draw an island or plains or something instead of something that can cycle or be discarded, this card keeps you running, and that's meaningful. Malcolm is also a card that I should point out does a really good job of flashing at the end opponent's turn and then getting us guaranteed discard triggers. There really isn't anything else to say about this deck. The land tax is real on it. Of course, we are a 3-color deck. Some things are cheap, like Night Market, because it's cycling and it lets us choose a color. But you're going to be paying rare wildcards if you don't already have them in order to be able to play the deck. You don't need this exact setup I have, but you definitely want Verges, Surveil Lands, Fabled Passages, etc. Alright, Wizards, let's go ahead and get into the games. Alright, Phoenix the Mighty. Ooh, triple Monument to Endurance in the opening hand with the Collector's Vault, but only 1 land means this is not keepable. This next one's okay, except that we actually don't have blue because... Oh, no, this is Surveil, so it taps for either. So we just don't have... I think we get rid of the Artillerist here. We just don't have much flexibility in the colors. Verge is fine. The Gloomlake Verge off the top. That'll only give us blue until we can find a regular mountain or swamp. And we can do... Doesn't actually matter what we do, right? But I think I want to rush out Malcolm. Usually you wait until your opponent's turn. I think that was the more appropriate decision here. If they've got removal, though, they've got removal. I have other play lines anyways. Blood Farm, Get Lost. I don't hate that. It means the Get Lost doesn't hit our Monument to Endurance either, which I will play now. I'm happy to see Night Market because it's something I can cycle. In fact, we might actually play Mako this turn. Especially with the map tokens, I kind of like that. We'll see if they have creature removal, which in this colors they could very well. Another Night Market is not bad at all. We'll go ahead and cycle. I think we need the card draw. Cycle, card draw. Bitter Triumph's not a bad plan. Fabled Passage on turn 4, so that is the 4th land for them. What is this deck? Omniscience? Jace? Okay. They got a -3 here. This kills Planeswalkers, right? Yep. Cool. Okay. So we're going to Bitter Triumph here. Just discard a card. Target the Planeswalker. Bin the Mountain. Maybe that isn't the right call since we kind of want some things, but I think it's fine here. Next, Malcolm's a fun find. Can I? No, I can't. I think... Yeah, I think maybe we just Malcolm at the end on their turn. And we do need to start doing damage with the Monument. I think we've stabilized for now. Okay. Destroy all untapped creatures. They destroy that. That's not too big of a deal. I presume that's their turn, too. Yep, so we'll go ahead and play Malcolm. They don't have counter. They don't have stick. We will go ahead and get in for 2 here. Bin the... It's actually a tough one. We could bin the Verge, but then we don't have a good land to play. We could bin the Ill-Time Explosion. I don't think they're a creature-heavy deck, so I think that's fine. And I'm actually tempted to do... Yeah, I was tempted to go a different route there, but I think this is fine. And we'll go ahead and use the 1 map token, since we have no other use for it, and use our mana. And finding a Gloomlake Verge is not the worst. We do need another discard outlet, though. All we have at the moment is the Night Market, which isn't awful, but isn't great. They make the Restless Anchorage, which is fine. Do they want the map token, or is that just the best thing they had in hand? I've got bad news if that was the best thing you have in hand. I think we'll do opponent loses 3. I think we can race them here. Oof. Okay. Malcolm can get the +1. Oh boy. Okay. We'll go in for 2. Get another discard. Jeez. Okay. I think we get rid of that Verge that they've seen. We draw an extra card. We get that. We find more freaking land. I guess we'll play Verge. Theater for the Surveil is tempting. Maybe that was more appropriate. In fact, it was almost certainly more appropriate. Split Up destroys all our creatures. It's fine. Is this legendary? It is not. Another Monument's fun. So I guess we go Monument and Surveil. They've got a counter here. They do. 3 steps ahead. It's fine. Theater comes down. We Surveil that swamp off the top. Ah, Theater counts as both a swamp and a mountain, so that's what's triggering a lot of these. I was not sure. Ill-Timed Explosion is a pretty sizable card here, and we can do both if we Fabled Passage, so I'm going to go Cryptcaller first, see if they trigger something. I think they've got more counters. They do indeed. There's no more lies. We actually could pay that. I don't actually care. Here comes Fabled Passage. I guess we'll grab Island. And then Ill-Timed. Do you have counter? They don't? Okay. I think it's these 2. 3. Draw a card. 1 damage to nothing. Get a zombie. Get 2 zombies. Draw Sewers, which is a Surveil land. Opponent plays Island. Splits up again. Is that 3 split ups they've shown us? Or just 2? No, that's 3. Ooh, boy. Alright. We only need 3 more discard triggers, though. And there's a Collector's Vault. I think we try Collector's Vault here. It does land. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and activate that immediately. Find the Go for the Throat. I actually don't think we need that. I think we can get rid of that. Opponent loses 3 light. And I guess we can do the Sewers here. Collector's Vault off top. I'm going to leave it on top. They might have a mill effect, and I think Collector's Vault is fine anyways. We should win this here. We should be doing the thing. They should get one more swing in with their island, or with their Restless Anchorage here. Case of the Ransacked Library. Yep. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cycle this. That gets us the 3 damage and the 4 damage, and they go ahead and scoop. I should have actually played that sooner. I forgot it had the damage attached to it for some reason, even though it was literally the reason I kept it. Cool. GG. Did the thing. Slow games. I'm generally an aggro player or a big creature player, and those games are generally done by 10 turns. These games just seem to draw out so long. There's so much more going on to control games too. To the surprise of what should be no one, I think. Yeah, I mean, we saw 30 cards, so we had 8 more cards seen than them, though. Huge advantage that really comes from the cycling and discard effects that we have. Alright, against Arheed, Verge, Sewers, Swamp, Mountain, Skyray, Swashbuckler, and Collector's Vault. If I've got a full 7-card hand with Collector's Vault in it, I generally feel like the deck is going to do fine. We're going to play the Surveil land turn 1. Do I want the Verge? I really don't think I need the extra Verge, so I'm going to bin that. Turn 2, we're almost certainly going Collector's Vault. Opponent playing a 162 stack of cards, by the way. Could have gotten milled. I've certainly seen a lot of mill in the format right now. That doesn't mean this is correct by any means, but they are going to be significantly harder to mill. Although I think with a couple of the cards, like you've got the Demon right now that can mill you down to 6 or something, which Jace can easily finish you off from. And then you've also got the Monument that just came out that really just screws you over. Because if you've got 80 cards in Graveyard, you're still going to die to that. Not sure what I want to do here. Malcolm next turn is interesting. I think I just play Swamp, pass turn, hold open Collector's Vault here. Because I don't have any of my rewards for discarding yet. And they haven't really showed me... I mean, they could have 3 decks in there, but... okay. That's also fine. They're going to target the Collector's Vault. I guess I'm okay going ahead and tapping this now. Again, there's the idea of playing out the Malcolm, although I guess we can do both, and I will. But just the card draw to find our solutions, our win cons, is just so important here. Verge is fine. Let's get in with the Scoundrel first, figure out what our draw is. So there's Collector's Vault, that's huge. Let's get a red of Island, I think. Play out the Collector's Vault and pass turn. We could also play Skyray here. Skyray is actually pretty big. They can't answer it. It's going to get huge. I generally don't feel like the Skyray and Mako in the deck are too great in this particular setup. But that's not really true. They are amazing. Presumably they're going to kill Malcolm. Yeah. That's fine. We can guarantee kill that next turn. I think it's actually the Artillerist. I don't love that, but... Alright, I'm going to go Swashbuckler. Kill the Dreadhorde, please. Thank you. And then, I guess, Fabled Passage. Go get the Island. Our psychedelic lands over here. And then, I think I'm going to go ahead and play Skyray. I think Skyray might be the card we need to win this. Do we have a vehicle in the deck? Yeah, we've got Cryptcaller Chariot. I really shouldn't forget about that card because it's kind of a secondary win con. I've had games off camera where I've gotten like 8 to 10 zombies off of that thing. Speaking of. I can't attack with it this turn. But I can do it and Collector's Vault, so it's not really that bad. Probably get rid of the ill-timed here. Nah, we'll get rid of the Verge. Start getting the triggers, starting to do the thing. And I really don't know what opponent's going to do to us at this stage. Like, they've got a lot of mana, they're in good colors, but they're in 3 of them, so surprise, surprise. You know, bounce the Hauntwoods or something? You don't have blue, so you're not really going to bounce. Doppelgang, okay. Does this come as enchantments or as the creature? I would presume the creature. As the creature. They also ramp 2 more mana. This is good for them. Oh, and they... Oh, I did not see that they did the enchantment over there as well. That is huge. Wow. Okay. I guess let's ill-time to see if we find a high drop. We don't. So I guess it's this and this. I guess it's going to be Skyray. Collector's Vault just kills off the card. So maybe we were supposed to keep a hold of the Skyray. Unfortunately, we did not find Monument. And that's kind of the problem with Monument, is it's such a good card, but if you're only rocking 3 or 4 in the deck, you just might miss the card. Even in a pretty controlled game where we get to see half our deck. Oh boy, another Doppelgang. And they're doing X equals 3, so they're going to exile all 3 of our cards. I'm pretty sure we lost this. How do we come back from this? We find an ill-timed explosion, which hits either Manticore, just Manticore. It's the only 5 cost we have. So we have almost 0 way to win this. It's not quite 0. We're going to take 12 this turn. But, like, legit, if we do not see ill-timed explosion, I just saw the land trigger off untapped. So, GG. I guess we can cycle this and still have enough mana. And there's a Monument. Yep, okay. GG. Did not do the thing. Didn't have the right sweepers. Freddie Perry, the standard bearer. Passage, Verge, Falls, Jewel, Scoundrel, Skyray, Tunnel Grinder. I think this is fine. We got a lot of things. I think we go Falls first, though we could go Verge, Jewel. Sanctifier. Which probably means I need to hurry up and go find ill-timed explosion. Yeah. I probably need to go find ill-timed explosion. Go for the Throat's not bad. I do believe we're going to play Scoundrel here, though. What do we bin off the Scoundrel, though? The Jewel? Is that right? War Leader's Call sucks. We do have the opportunity to kill the Sanctifier here. I don't think that's needed. I don't know that we can rush out the Monument here, though, like we'd like to. Actually, I think we can, because we're going to get the draw discard trigger. And having 2 draws this turn to go find our ill-timed is just too important. We don't find it. We can Brass Tunnels Grinder next turn, get a treasure token, draw a card, and ping them. Go 3 more deep, 4 more deep, because we get the +1 draw. Market Gnome again. So they're not really doing a great job at rushing us. Presumably they got some token creation back in there, though. Another Verge. So I guess the first thing we do is we swing Scoundrel. Drop into the 16, get the draw trigger. Get rid of the Night Market. The Night Market's not doing us anything. Draw a card. Find a Fabled Passage. Let's go ahead and Fabled Passage number 1. And go get what? we care? We have Verge, and both of these like islands. So we'll go get an island. And I think we play Brass Tunnels, and we really only need to discard 2. So I think it's Theater and Fabled Passage here. Draw 3. We still don't find what we need. So we're going to end up going for the Throat something this turn. Presumably the Sanctifier. Okay, they're going to move to attackers. They're going to swing. We're going to drop this down to just 2 damage. All we lose is our treasure token, not too big of a deal. They've got a stick. Oh, it's just the Murex. That's fine. I mean, it does do us 1 damage. They heal 1 life, but then they lose the Sanctifier. We take 2 damage. Drop us to 9. There's our ill-timed. So we get in with the Scoundrel first. I think we just do 5 damage here. What do we need? We don't need the mountain. We do 3 damage. We ill-timed. And we will bin the... Man, what are we really killing? Just the Might and our own Scoundrel? I guess it's Skyray and Verge then? I think I'm going to do Night Market. I don't think that we're having any problem getting to the Cyclone in this game. Draw a card, create a treasure token, and we're going to drop a Verge, and we'll hold up the Bitter Triumph in case we need it. 2 more damage puts us at a pretty long window of time here. Another Sanctifier gets dropped. We don't need to kill it yet, unless they show us a token creating card. They don't. We get 2 more damage in. I think we drop Malcolm. Yeah. Ooh, maybe not. No. I think we do discard a card here, kill the Sanctifier, bin one of the jewels, get the 3 damage here, kill off that, and we only need to find 2 more discards, period. And Collector's Vault helps us do that big time. We're also going to trigger Brass Tunnel Grinder here. There is another ill-timed explosion. We don't need that here, but that's fantastic. Man, if we had just found something with a discard trigger, we'd be really happy. But we didn't. But they've got to do 6 damage, and they've got 4 on board right now, not realizing that we can actually block something. It's a very close game still. If they've got a good combat trick at all, we're screwed. During Innocence. Okay, that's going to get us 1 more trigger, and that looks lethal. Fortunately, we have the Malcolm. Could we have even killed that with Go for the Throat? We could not have. It's an artifact. We recently learned. Doesn't work. I don't know that videos are going to be in that order, but... Oh, shoot. That's just game, right? We kill that off, we bin the Verge, and we do 3 life. GG. Oh no, they've got the answer. Beautiful. And I think they might actually kill me there. Wait, why didn't they... Oh, because it costs 1 to cast too, doesn't it? No? Oh, they don't have the bunny. Duh. Yeah, beautiful. I was thinking during Vitality also had a similar effect, but it doesn't. Whew. Maybe I'm too tired of playing this deck right now. But really fun. Did good things. I'm happy with it.